Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have Quilter on my rack, which I think is good. Let's see. If it stays on, I've drawn the Z, which is a good scoring tile, but I don't have a bingo. I don't think this makes any 7s or 8s. But a great start, 102 points. I don't have a U or an I, so I'm not going to be able to use the Q. It would be nice to play off the W and the Z. So I could do that with whiz, but for not many points. For more points, I have wheeze, but that leaves a worse rack leave than after whiz. I could play res for 32, keeping the W. That's probably better than whiz. That's just been blocked. Now, what can I do? My W can go underneath YE, so I could play when, keeping the Z for next turn. 26 points, quite a good score. Not fantastic. What would wheeze score? 27 points. Keeping LS, I think wheeze is better. But is there a move better than both? What about Zell? 35 points. That's quite attractive, and it doesn't give much away, and it blocks the double-double lane. So this is 8 more points than wheeze. Wheeze keeping LNS. I think I prefer this rack leave. I'm going with this. Pretty good. That could have been a lot worse. I've got Lewis on down from the L of Quilter. I've got an I for going underneath the Q. Do I have an alternative bingo? I'm wondering if Snowy's is good. If so, that would play in column 11. I don't feel confident about that. Lewison remains available. I've got 2 new useful looking floaters, the R and the T. Through a D I would have, well, I was thinking about Windories, but I wouldn't. So anything through the R or the T. Well, Snowiest through the T, but not in that position. Okay, I've not seen anything else other than Lewison for 63. That's a pretty good pickup. There could well be an 8 here through an O. I would have demoting, and there is the O of Lewis on. That could well be taken, given the triple word squares in row O. Are there any other bingos? It's likely to be through a vowel, so what about the I of Lewison? Detiming, demiting. Neither looks good. Yeah, my demoting spot has been taken. Not surprising. Now I've got the men prefix. Can't see anything with that. U not available unless for a 9-letter play. Can't see such a play. So, how to sort this rack out? I could play midge and port. 31 points, a good score. It does open up column 15, but I'd be, well, I was going to say I'd retain the D, but I wouldn't. Now, what about playing MIG here? 23 points, much better rack leave, not opening up anything. Can I do better than that? Don't think so. This isn't a great rack leave, but it does contain bingo-y tiles. Pretty good. If I don't have a bingo, I've got the F for score, and it's a balanced rack with no duplicates. But is there a bingo here? My immediate thoughts are that there won't be. Wow, 29 points for my opponent. But he's still 100 behind. So I'm looking at the R&T of Port and the floaters in Lewis on. Can't see anything with the I. What about the S? No, I think it's the F which is wrecking this rack. Or wrecking the bingo possibilities. So, where can I play it? I think Port is good, so I could play Fonda. 31 points. Can I do better than that? A play of just OF or DOF would leave a nice rack leave. I could play Def in row N. Now, do I have a double-double? Oh, well, I think I do. I have fainted. 44 points, pretty good. And the anagram of that is defiant, but it doesn't reach the second double word square. Horrible rack, but I had a horrible rack leave. However, it's certainly not bad enough to change. I could play Agoji and Port. 27 points. Still both blanks to come. I could play Gadge at L1, keeping A-O. Wow, look at all the A's and O's still to come. That would be asking for trouble. But then Agoge is also asking for trouble by opening up access to column 15 when there are two blanks out there. Well, what about playing Agoge here rather than Gadge? Fewer points. 4 fewer points, but a much better rack leave. I'm going with this. Horrendous. However, I do have Oidia on my rack. And I note my opponent played 4 consonants, so he may be struggling with consonants in the way that I am with vowels. Row E looks quite nice, running along the top of Port. But the best I can do there is AIA. And I think Oidia would be nicer. A better play, rather. Wow, 42 points for my opponent. I am going to play Oidia here. I want to sort the rack out, and 25 points is a decent score, and I want to turn over tiles to increase my chances of drawing one of the blanks. Well, it hasn't worked, but it's quite a nice rack. I'm not sure if I've just picked the S. If I have, that's a good thing. I've got a scoring tile in the B, but I'm going to struggle to play off B, U, and I. So where can my B play? Porter, I think, takes an L and an S, so I could play Suid. 23 points. Now my B could go above the O of Porter. Wow, there are the blanks. 97 points. Expensive play avoidia. So I'm only 30 odd points ahead now. However, remaining tiles are not looking massively bingo-y. The board not particularly bingo friendly. How can I sort this rack out? This is a tricky rack. What about playing through this arm? What about Buard? I think that's good. 16 points. More vowels. How many are left? 10 left. Out of 24. Okay, so it is consonant heavy. Fortunately, I've got a V, which I don't say very often, because it means I should be able to salvage some sort of score from this. And given my lead of about 50 points, I need to keep banging in scores of 20 plus to stay in front and to win the game. Close to various, but the S gets in the way. Okay, well that hotspot's gone. My opponent is now just 23 points behind, and that illustrates the importance of keeping the score going. I can do that here with Ava, 30 points. I don't think the A is particularly dangerous in terms of bingos, but my opponent could get a 30-point play there. And any play in row A is going to open up column B. So, do I have a better play? I haven't seen a better play, and I certainly like the points given how slender my lead is. Great. I again draw a scoring tile in the K. I would have Uakaris through an A, this A not in the right spot. Just wondering if I do have a 6-letter play ending in A. Don't think I do. So where can my K score? Can't see anything ending KN. I can go right here between the I and the O. Okay, well, I think I can survive that. 36 points. I'm still 17 points ahead, and I'm on turn. 5 tiles left. Pretty bingo-y. But I'm not sure I can do very much about row B. So I need to play off 4 tiles to leave 1 in the bag. And I'd like to score well. So I can play coy here. The I and the O can go underneath it, so I'm not killing the bingo lane. But I don't think I can do that. 19 points is quite good when I'm 17 ahead. That's going to put me 36 ahead. Rack leave is balanced. No U's to come. Keeping a couple of vowels. Keeping the S. Well, I may regret this, but I'm going with it. Through an E, I would have flaneurs. The remaining tiles now looking increasingly bingo-y. And the bingo lanes are row C and column 13. If my opponent bingos, he wins. And he does! He does bingo! Agony! Agony. And there are 2 tiles in the bag. There's a floating E. Flanners, funerals. What about frenulas? What about frenulas? Let's find out. Frenulas, 158 if it's good. Bang. Come on, challenge. I think it is good. It's not! It's not good! Ah! How annoying. How annoying. Funerals. Flaneurs. Not frenulas. Gosh. Painful. I feel this was my game and I've thrown it away. And my opponent can just go out with ER anywhere. Frenula, I think, just takes E and R. Yeah. Oh, dreadful end to the game. So, pass. And the final score, 378 to me, 453 to my opponent. A winning margin of 75 points. So, well done to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. That was a thrown away game. Bird, not good. Okay, well, that's some comfort. I got away with that. Now, great start for me with Quilter. Opponent has the blank. No bingo. Plays I. Zell for 50. Ah, because of Yes. Okay, I overlooked that. I think that was the play. Instead, I played Zell for 35. Opponent now does have a bingo, but doesn't play it. Wow. Plays Port. I have Lewis on to go 154 points into the lead. Opponent plays Bennett. I have... Oh, well, I have a double-double through the eye. Editing. What did I do? I played Mig for 23. Yep, editing better. Opponent plays Zoo. And I have fainted for 44. Horrible rack for my opponent. He does have consonants. Look at that, and he's still 160 points behind. He plays Henry. L4, Gadso. That's quite nice because it's not opening up column 1. I played a Gouge. Yeah, for 21. Which was actually quite good for my opponent. He's able to play Jalap, but I'm still 110 points ahead, but with a horrible rack. And this is where I play Oidia for 25. And that's perfect for my opponent. He's able to play Scrived. I now phony with Buerd, but it's fine because I get away with it. And my opponent's rack's quite nice. He plays Wheater. And at this point, I'm only 23 points ahead. And I make the fateful decision to play Ava. And what I should have done was play Over or Uva. Gosh, Uva would have been a much stronger play. Far fewer words ending U than ending A. That, I think, was the critical error. So I play Ava. Opponent's able to come in with Ocria. I'm still ahead at this point, but not by very much. 5 tiles in the bag. And my opponent's sitting there with emotion, so he's sitting there with a playable bingo. All of these plays, yeah, they're not blocking the bingo lane. None of these are blocking the bingo lane. So I attempt to block it. I play Coy. Opponent plays Emotion. And the best I can do here looks like Furans running underneath Emotions. 54 points. That would have taken me to 431. A 10-point lead. Yeah, my opponent needs 8 to win. And he can probably do that. Or can he? Surely he can. Okay, well, I can't see a spot, but I'm pretty sure he can get 10 points. Anyway, it certainly was a mistake playing Frenulas since it came off, but if it had stayed on, it would have been magnificent. My opponent rightly challenges, and yeah, so he's got Re for 12. That would have been blocked by Furans. So N2. Okay, so yes, he had Re for 12 down here, so Furans would not have won, but the margin would have been quite small. Anyway, a pretty exciting game, and one crucial error, Ava instead of Uva, with horrendous consequences. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.